And if we're anxious and troubled in some situations, then maybe we're trying to control something that isn't our responsibility. Surrendering to God means only trusting God to work in those situations. Can we trust that God will work in and through us, and in and through others, for His will, for His pleasure, and for His purpose? When we surrender to God, there's a power that comes into our relationships. You don't have to have that spiritually draining of your energy in those relationships, because if you build those relationships upon God, there's a power that's there that nothing can erode. There's a peace that comes to our hearts because God, who is more than able, is in charge. And our example of that is Jesus. He was in a state of constant surrender to God. And while all of Jesus' life was surrendering to God, where we can see it clearly, is in that interchange with the devil in the desert in the 4th chapter of Luke. He understood that God was in charge of his life, so the temptations didn't need to be followed through. And even after 40 days of fasting and being hungry, he wasn't tempted to turn those stones into bread. He understood that the devil was trying to set up a dichotomy there to control the situation or to trust God. And he was tempted to gain all the wealth in the world. And once again, there wasn't any temptation there for Jesus. He had no need to control the world and be of the authority over it. He trusted God. And then there was that temptation that if he threw himself off of the pinnacle of the temple, that's like the corner of the walls of the old city, the highest point in Jerusalem. A testing of God to see if God would take care of him. Jesus knew he was already taking care of him. And so Jesus chose surrender. And I think probably the most wonderful example of that was on the last night of his life in the Garden of Gethsemane. Before his arrest, he prays a prayer that shows how he's left his life in God's hands. Not my will be done, but your will be done. I think that's the most difficult prayer for anyone to pray. To fully let go and to let God have our lives. And Jesus was able to do that. As we move forward together with God, trust God that God is all powerful and he will work for your benefit. Even though you might not understand all the details, God is with us. So choose peace over confusion. Choose life over death. And most importantly, choose Jesus. Amen. Let us be in prayer. Oh Lord, you have entrusted us with so much. And yet somehow, most of us feel the need to try to control other things. Help us with the wisdom and the understanding to know that we can trust you in all things. That be done, not our will. We lift to you all of those who need healing, for all those that need your forgiveness and your mercy, for all those that have come to an important point in their lives where decisions have to be made. We pray that you'll walk with them during that time of discernment. We pray, O Lord, for our neighbors, those that we know and those that we don't know. Show us ways in which we can serve your will. And so, Lord, equip us by teaching us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I invite you to stand as you are able and to get connected with one another. Lord God, lead us into your future. Help us to trust you and to listen to your guidance. Help us to relinquish control, for you have us in your heart. And Lord, remind us that all that you've done, all that you will do, has been done because you love us so greatly, and especially through the life of your Son, Jesus. And the people of God said, Amen.
Somebody lives to serve.